really all I wanted. Is it 303? Hello, hello! Let me switch over real quick. I hope everybody is having a good day. This is the first time in, God, I don't know how long it's been, since I've been able to dual stream, and I'm excited. Simulcast. It's not even dual stream. I'm on Facebook as well. We are going to try that. Let's get on my Sprout character. Of course the world's full. Of course it is. So I hope everybody is having a great day. I know I am. I'm excited. I was playing last night. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh. So we are not very far into the story. We are doing our second job class. Class quest. Okay. I had to see what we are doing. Okay, we can see my avatar. I just had to make sure. Making sure everything looks good. Okay. Lower La Nocia. That's where I gotta go. Tempest Gate. Let's see. Why do I not have my carbuncle out? Carbuncle, my favorite summon. Orpharat. Aurelius. Don't need those. Ah, there we go. There's the NPC I was told to look for. You say someone told ye to come to me for work, lass. I'm afraid you've been had. We're known to hire adventurers, 'tis true, but we always go through the Adventurers Guild. Even if I wanted to assign ye duties, Yellow Jacket regulations prohibit me from doing so directly. Now, if you don't mind working in an unofficial official capacity. I have a personal request I could make of you. Let's see. All classes. Discipline of war, so I'd have to do the all pass classes. Now see, there's this handy little tool here. Recommended gear. I'm lazy, so I will use recommended gear a lot. Because I'm lazy. Increda, Sentry at the Eye, solicits assistance. Migranda is head of the Red Rooster Stead. Anaox his name. He asked me to bring him some river toad livers, but the mere thought of pulling slimy livers out of slimy frogs gives me the shivers. Maybe ye'd care to fetch a liver or 3 for me? Ye can get 'em by slaying the river toads that dwell around the eyes. Yeah, I'll go fetch some livers for you. Not my favorite thing to do, but, you know, I need to make a reputation. Oh yeah, I haven't reassigned my commands yet. I have different key bindings on... Ah, I got a fate. But am I the only one in the area? I'm the only one in the area. Hello? Might be able to do it. Oh, let's get out of that. Oh, there's yellow jackets in the area. Maybe. Look. Out of there. If anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome. I'm on server Bahamut. Yeah, I picked a bunny. Oh, come on. Quit dragging me around. And y'all picked a bunny. Come on. I don't like having... Thank God. I did not think I was gonna survive that. Oh, I did not think I was gonna survive that. Thank God for that level. Thank God for that level. See that blue bar under my experience points? Those are rested experience. I bet you were. You're a lifesaver, venturer. Now I take these livers to Grandad myself, but I can't just up and leave me post. Not to mention the mere sight of those slimy things makes me stomach churn. Would ye mind doing the deliverin' in me stead? Find all Ananoc at the Red Rooster stead, and ye can turn in those river toad livers to Gil. Chicken. I have a feeling I'll be hearing a lot of shame. Ooh. Hunting log. Oh, it's going good. I've been so excited to do this, both multi-streaming and playing Final Fantasy again. Or simulcasting, I'm sorry. Big difference. I've been excited all day. I've been working on my computer since about 1 o'clock. Hi, Feely, how are you doing? You go this way. There's the Mandagora. I think I'm saying that right. Oh, I guess I've already finished that. Wind spray. I still need to kill you guys. Oh, good. There gets to be some crazy names. Oh no. Staying at home. Oh my goodness. A groin hernia. That's gotta hurt. I am so sorry. You're welcome to come watch anytime. Oh. I'll be over there soon enough. May have information that may interest wealthy adventurers. Mind looking into something for me, adventurer? It may even be of interest to you, in fact. I've told that plots within Mist are to be auctioned off. You, me, hells, even a 12-damned wandering minstrel could purchase their own place of La Nocia. And upon that plot of land, you'd be free to build a house for you and yours. You can't tell me that the thought isn't at least slightly appealing, can you? Tis a bit surprising that the Illuscrosity had the time and resources to prepare such an area, what with the kobolds and the primals causing all manner of trouble. But who am I to judge the priorities of politicians, much less pirates, eh? Besides, I'm nothing more to my own home. I've yet to verify the truth of such a tale just yet, though. If you've no objections to taking a detour from your adventures, why not head towards the Gate of Mist and see if there's a Maelstrom representative who can confirm or deny these land auctions? Sure. Why not? That's some moles she'd like to remove. If a lifetime of meticulous research into the advancement of the agricultural arts has taught me anything, it is that the fruits of knowledge are incapable of preserving themselves. Without an adventurer's brawn to protect them, I fear all my work will come to naught. Take, for example, the splendid ogre pumpkin crop I was able to cultivate. Yet years of hypothesizing and testing at last made tangible, only to be snatched away by subterranean sorners, the clever hedge moles. I've already engineered the pumpkins to resist fire, drought, frost, weeds, insects, and festive rituals. I just need someone to kill the moles. Oh, yeah, I won't. As much as I'd like to. I swear, this is the last time I send that granddaughter of mine to fetch river toad livers. Hand over. Why, these are the livers I asked for. I should have known better. Ancreta has been dainty since she was a wee lass. I regret any trouble we've caused you. I heard that the New Worlders use fish litters as fertilizer, so I thought I would give toad livers a try. A farmer can't be afraid to try new things. Nay, he must grow his knowledge as he grows his crops. That's how this farm grew to be what it is. You do well to stick around and see. Haven't heard the word used dainty in years. Shit, Restream bot could get me in trouble. Give me just a quick second. much as I want the bot to be in there, it was clear that we can't have the bot in the TOS for Twitch. Which sucks. I can have it for my own personal use, but I can't have it in Twitch. Yeah, I know. Enoch seeks an adventurer to assist the Red Rooster stead. It's frustrating. I hope you don't feel sheepish about hauling a wee bit of wool. The flock's fleece is shorn and scoured, and the sack is all set to sail. Normally, the manic miller up north takes it and felts it for us. I know you are. Well, you can stay on YouTube. It's not a big deal. I can still chat with you. I just can't. It just won't show on either side. That's all. Yeah, I know. I turned it off. I thought I turned it off before. Because of the bot, I wasn't sure if it was going to show. I guess I could leave that up so that at least... Hey, Dark Lord. Alright. Normally the manic miller up north takes it and felts it for us. But it seems the only wool his courier's tending to today is his blanket, the lackadaisical loafer. So I hoped you might see to it the sack of fleece down by the flock's pen reaches a miller. Wyzarin is his name. Wool's Aaron. What a name. Mogram has been losing sleep over his sheep. Yep, there's a lot of puns. They call me the stead shepherd, but there are 3 kinds of livestock we breed here under my crook. Nevertheless, the sheep remain my first love, my one and only passion. So you can imagine my dismay of finding my flock in frumpy fleece. I can't very well take worn-out wool to market. A sheep with no shine is good for nothing but mutton. But where there's wool, there's a way. See what Chartain has to say. Sack of fleece. Retain. Ogrim had some little lambs whose fleece was white as snow, but everywhere the little lambs went, lice was sure to go. Now we're stuck with lousy sheep. In the time it takes me to brush one clean, the lice spread to 2 more. I just can't keep up with them myself. If you could brush 3 shaggy sheep for me, we might be able to wipe out the infestation together. Let Mogram know his sheep are in ship shape once you're finished. The shaggy sheep looks relieved. I awakened my Fox-connected character last night at 4 a.m. somehow. Dozed off in the middle of it. Looks relieved. Good. For helping the sheep. You have help. Why didn't you ask your help? The sheep looks relieved. If you came to look to hire a chocobo porter, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Our birds are very fickle creatures and tend to become agitated around those with a certain lack of demeanor. Return once you have proven you can handle yourself, and I will personally see that you are assigned our best bird. Ah, had to be level 10. Okay. I'm almost there. Okay. Oh, everything's pretty much there. For an adventurer, you certainly know how to wield a lice comb. As I'm sure you have found, sheep are delicate souls that require delicate care. Truly wonderful wool requires time, love, and tenderness. You must caress their coats ever so gently. Listen to their soft bleating in your ear. Feel the warmth of their breath on your neck. Okay. There's some things... Yeah, just a little bit. But it's still funny. Mogram does not know what to do about his dodos. They may call it the red rooster stead, but make no mistake. Dodos are the birds that keep this stead steady. Those sweet and tender eggs, that succulent meat. So long as you remove a dodling's poison glands, you're in for some scrumptious and healthy poultry. They're so delicious, I have to remind myself some birds just aren't meant to be caged. Or perhaps I don't. Talk to XIV and see if we can't return those exquisite creatures to their pen. Much ado about dodos. Those are some big dodos. Am I ever pleased to see you? I was about to cry foul, but with your help we can round them up. Those dim-witted dodos pecked through the fencing and fled the coop. Luckily, they know better than to leave the stead. There are 3 bolting dodos in all. If you spot one, just throw one of these dodo-sized sacks over its head. Once you've caught the birds, would you mind leaving them in Mogram's care? I need to repair the fencing before we can return them to this enclosure, you see. Right? The shame he's not here. Flip it. Flip us catching the flightless birds. Oh, there's another dodo. Oh, there we go. The last flightless bird. Hi, birdie. Hand me the dodos. There you go. Oh, my precious darlings. Without their poison breath, they're defenseless out in the wild. Daddy Dodo gets so worried. You are dodos. And now my dodos have a mommy. You'll stay around and look after my babies, won't you? At least until they're ripe for slaughter. No. No, I will not. And I am level 9 now. Yeah, we're not keeping that down. Oh, yeah? Didn't realize it was 4 a.m. You goober. What am I gonna do with you? What is it, adventurer? Ah, yes, the auctions. By order of the Admiral herself, Mist and all plots within are to be sold exclusively to adventurers, as so to encourage their immigration to Limsa Lominsa. Why only adventurers, you ask? Practical necessity, really. Limsa Lominsa is in dire need of fresh blood. Capable, courageous adventurers who will fight her foes and protect her interests. Those who build a home here will have that much more incentive to aid us. As for what manner the place Mist is, I think it best that you journey there and see for yourself. Please direct any other questions you might have to the recruit station just past the entrance. To proceed with the quest where the heart is, Mist, you may visit any residential ward within the Mist. Dun, 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 dun. Which I can't afford any, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to check it out. There is no way we can afford anything. But the residential wards look really, really cool. We do have an estate house. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to Mist. A Lomincian sent you, you say? Ah, that's unfortunate. All Lomincians are barred from participating in the auctions, you see, on account of the fact that they're, well, Lomincian. Admiral's decree. If you find the area to your liking, though, please consider speaking with the resident caretaker. She can guide you through the process of purchasing a plot for yourself. Yeah, about that. Every single property here is more than likely taken. Besides, they're usually millions of dollars. Or gil. Review tab. See? Oh wow, there's actually one that's not actually that bad. 3 mil? Wow. Holy smokes. I lied. Maybe we'll make some money and actually get a place. See? See, that's a large place. Save residential district. As we get closer to the end of the expansion, I'm gonna have to turn the BGM off, because there are copyrighted songs that I cannot play. Technically, I should turn it off now just to play it safe, but there you are. What news have you brought me? For the purposes of luring adventurers to Limsa Lominsa? That's unfortunate, but it does explain a great deal. Looks like my dream of owning my own home will have to wait a little longer. But don't you worry about me. My day will come soon enough. You can now teleport to the residential district. Poor baby. What are you doing abusing my poor baby like that? My poor baby. Well, as long as she got treats. A miller with no fleece is an artist with no canvas, a poet with no words, a man with no purpose. Curse that blasted courier. Do the sheep stop growing? Does the mill stop churning? What entitles him to rest? Let him count sheep in his bed. The wool is at last mine, and soon the felt shall be wrought. Mwahahaha! Now, felting wool is all good and well and good for your run-of-the-mill miller, but you know what gets my grindstone spinning? Grain. What worth has wheat? None. But one shred into fabulous flour. Even the confounded Galagos can't keep their hands off of it. Which is precisely why I need you to slay them and recover 4 sacks they pilfered. Once you have done so, take the sacks of flour down to the stead, and Skarmar will take care of the rest. What did you? Breathtaking, is it not? Proud sails turning, rugged gears churning. The mill never stops, and so neither can the millers assigned to its upkeep. Vigilance is the key. By addressing tomorrow's issues today, we assure that the wheels of prosperity continue to grind. Unfortunately, I've my hands full with the work of the day and cannot leave my station to tend to inspection. I would entrust this duty to you. Seek out the other 3 millers and heed their concerns and apprise White Zarin of your findings. Ah, look at the Lalafell. I haven't noticed anything off myself, but let's have a look now, shall we? Look there. The sails have been a bit nicked. Nothing urgent, mind you. The cloth we use is the same they use as sails out on the sea, made to stand up to bluster and wind. Yeah, she is a bit close to the edge. The mill is fine. We'd be wiser to concern ourselves with the groggy scavengers that rob us of our yield. Well, you see the mill spinning, don't you? What more do you need to know? The only problem I have is you meddling in my chores. Away with you then. As they read a book. What anime? I trust you enjoyed your tour of the mill. You are impressed, yes? The matter of Irishu's sale is most worrisome indeed. The matter shall be remedied at once. To delay acting until trouble occurs is to ask for trouble. The Grey Fleet stops for nothing. Full sail ahead. Food! Diminutive kobolds are wreaking great havoc at the Grey Fleet. Kobold crimes of late give us ample cause for concern. Yet Whitestern is content to pass them off as mere mischief-making. He cares more for the welfare of his mills than that of his workers. If only my beloved Mogram knew of my plight, I am certain he would leap to my rescue all the way from his post at Red Rooster Stead. He often calls me his little lamb, and I am certain my absence could only have made his heart grow fonder. How come I have a feeling... I won't ask then. Oh my god, that dryer is gonna drive me crazy. We got something over here. Oh yeah, where's my... There it is. The moles and the pumpkins. One more somewhere. Where? There it is. Yay! Oh, Fox didn't want the quarry? Well, I got it as part of the Humble Bundle too, so I have a copy. Oh, I'm not the only one! Yeah. Oh, Riku? Yeah, that's Riku from Final Fantasy X. It's a minion. A little pet. I can change it. It is. Here, let me go. Minion guide. Riku. She's from Final Fantasy X. Here, we'll do a Moogle. How about that? Can't remember how old Riku was in 10. 16 or 17. I have to look it up. If you consider a doll. Oh, I can show you the fox cub. Means I just gotta change characters. Well, that was so easy. Makes me wonder why I've spent my life formulating complex solutions to problems rather than merely going around killing things. Nevertheless, I'm afraid it's too late to alter my methods now. I'll continue to focus on the complex solutions and have you stick around to kill things. What hubris! What arrogance to believe that I, one woman alone, could overcome the unfathomably vast and profound mysteries of nature. But with you here, I'm sure we can do it. How about no? Oh no. I'm sorry. Care to partake in the inexorable march of science? The concoction that I'm currently formulating could change horticulture as we know it. Imagine a fluid one that could strew over crops to ward off pests. All I need are some ladybugs and someone to squash them. Ladybugs simply cannot resist aphids. Find some alec lavender, dab it with a bit of aphid nectar, and they'll come swarming to the slaughter. Nice, just what I wanted to do. Oh, is she? All of our cats were softy this morning. Indeed, the kobold's steady incursion warrants wariness. And now they threaten my poor little lamb, the soul I love more than any other on two legs. We must summon the Yellow Jackets at once. I shall pen the missive warning Ostfer of the kobold's advance. You must deliver it to the La Thagran checkpoint. There's no time to spare. To reach the La Thagran checkpoint, you must first go to the Blind Iron Mines. Road route will guide you from there. Yeah, we ain't going there yet. Okie dokie. All the eggs and milk in the world don't matter without a lick of flour. Not that flour's any good on its own, mind you. The Galagos just hoard whatever they can get their filthy paws on. But now we got the whole kit and caboodle thanks to you. It's a relief you were around, but at the end of the days, we're still utterly prepared should this sort of thing happen again. We're gonna make some money. I keep watch over the gates here at the stead, but my watch extends only so far. The stagecoach that was supposed to arrive to pull in today never made it past blind iron mines. Word arrived not long ago that it was waylaid by someone. Or something. The coachman is a plucky fellow. If I know Way Hoy Malloy, he'll be poking around the mines, plotting to salvage his consignment. But ultimately, he is just one man. It would put my mind at ease if you could go to his aid. Where is Blind Iron Mine? Oh. Where I gotta go anyways. Works for me. I like cat pics. I like animal pics. Let me go back before I start going any further. What level am I? I'm gonna be running back. Let's return. First, let's take that off. Oh, and if anybody wants the Discord, that's my Discord. I should have put it in my description. Welcome back, Ash. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Melvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of our incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have had several cates transported to the cliffs south of the Fear Gate. I want you to examine those crates and return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths of which some merchants will sink to deter our custom agents from performing thorough investigation. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating vilekin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. It might be because of the multi-stream. I had to send one to YouTube. You should have seen it pop up normally. It looks normal to me. Ah. No. No update. They got some more questions from Twitch, and they sent them some answers. So now it's hurry up and wait, basically. I miss our kitty cat, too. And to go to. Missed something? Like I missed something. Oops. I did, I went totally the wrong way. If all goes according to plan, Halloween. I did. I did my posture. And I got my water. Sorry, I meant to say something. Oh, hello. Oh no. I am not a threat. Please ignore my presence for the moment and allow me a minute to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemy set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategy you might have employed. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear. My calculations indicate failure upon accounting threat level 9,785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the inopportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kyla, a Mielavin's Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thabrigan elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. I can't say that. She's a Makote. From what I observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? One, two, or three? Really? Ah, just as I predicted. And now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with a most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of, whatever. Here will end your lesson today. Please return directly to the guild. I believe, Mistress, whatever, is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there's no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. She is a nutcase. Hi! She who talks a lot. What, who talks a lot? I love the class, but until I hit Summoner, it's not my favorite questline. Ah, Ash, have you returned with the cargo? Yes, yes I have. Ah, yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word from Clea regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome she carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see she's kept it all the way to her present petition as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. You get over that. I promise, you do get over that. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Ash. Continue your practice with Carbuncle. I will be here when the time comes again for your next lesson. Ooh. Yeah, I know. Here we go. I need a pair of boots. That's what I need, a pair of boots. I can't afford a bunny tail yet. There is nobody in this area. Curious farmer. There's the lavender. I actually love lavender. I used to have some. Two. Three. There we go. Ladybug with Sarah. It's elementary, really. Aphids live in fear of ladybugs, and so applying the scent of ladybug blood to our crops is certain to ward off the parasites. We are manipulating the laws of nature. Of course, we could just let the ladybugs go on defending the crops as always and not squash them for their Phthira, but I hardly see the science in that. If it's broke, don't fix it. There is science in that. Mahoy, mahoy. Bound for the checkpoint, you've come to the right mines. You'll find most denizens of the dark will leave you alone as long as you extend them the same courtesy. But kobolds can be a bit more belligerent. Still, nothing an adventurer of your venturesomeness can't handle, I suppose. Oh, some boots! Yay! Brimstone has blocked the Bronut out of the blind iron mine. Well, this time we've dug ourselves into a hole well and truly. Stuck brimstone while shoveling through the mines, and now the rocks are rife with the reek of rotten eggs. The gas grew to be too much to bear. You'll need to clear the earth crystal if you're to restore the earth and plug the leak properly. Just mine the Sifrid clouds brought on by the brimstone. You must be the help that Skarnmar smelled. I thought you'd never get here. Kobolds struck me and skedaddled with the garments. But you don't worry none. I'm fixing to get 'em back so we can get 'em back. All you gotta do is mosey on up close to the stagecoach they hit and peek in. And you bet your bottom gill those kobolds will come a-calling. And once them critters come out, the whack. You pop 'em in the jaw and snag the loot. It's foolproof. I.e. I just gotta beat 'em up. Is basically what they're saying. Duh. Just... I know, he said leave the denizens alone, didn't he? I don't know how to do that. They are a bit batty. Use clear earth crystals on the gas plumes. I don't need to fight him anymore. Right! Oh, I did not think I was going to survive that. You done good, partner. Rounded up enough to bring back the stead, I reckon. I'll tend to the rest of this here mess. You go on ahead and make sure old Skarnmer gets the goods. Finish up these gas plumes, then I'll go back. Shit. Ooh, Fester. I love that ability. Back out here. Now that's a breath of fresh air. For many of the miners, a bit of brimstone is nothing to write home about. But I'm the one who has to write letters when the gluttons choke to death down there. The prices metal command in the wake of the calamity will make us either rich or dead. Yay, look at that. All my gears! I actually have equipment! Yes, I know, my aether float. Sweet little Missy. Yes, Ash, the next time for your lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust? Taking the occasional brisk walk? One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following her instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in western La Nocia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals. Yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. It is a perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case. The second to test your hypotheses. The third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin all over and over again. You are not the novice you once were, and the skills in the field ought to reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with attacks of your other carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Okie dokie. Thanks for coming, Feely. Get feeling better. Going back to lower. We still have things to do in lower Nanosea. We still have things to do. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I still have plenty of time before she awakens. I have no idea. Could be. I don't ask questions. I keep going to get on a mount and remember I don't have one yet. Depends on how much you guys pay me. Otherwise, nothing. Ah, do not tell me this is your first visit to this shop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. No, as I have no place to go. Yeah, pretty much. Good to see you return to us unharmed. Yep, and I even brought you presents. And with 3 full bags, no less. I am grateful, but I fear this is hardly the last we'll hear of the kobolds. They have been growing more restless in recent moons, and this trend is like to continue. I have hardly any stuff. Enoch must be apprised of this incident. War is at our doorstep. So the kobolds are at it again. Not content with their own territory, the creatures have been pouring forth from their subterranean dwellings to wreak havoc on Lomensian land. But we won't stand for it. Our livelihoods are at stake. Alas, with neither side willing to give any ground, I fear there may be no peaceful resolution. Storyteller! Anak deems a confrontation with the kobolds imminent. You've seen with your own eyes how the kobolds have taken up arms against us. The mines of Ogormo aren't enough for the native nuisances of northern Vilbrand anymore. They've come to claim what is ours. Long ago, our war-weary forebears struck a short-sighted peace with the kobolds. What lay beneath the sea was to be Limsa's. What lay underground was Ogormo's. Yet, what resolved one conflict created another. As the sea cannot fully feed, clothe, and shelter the children of the land. Realizing this, the kobolds tactily condoned the Lomsinian settlement of La Norcia. We shared an unspoken agreement. But now, the kobolds aggressively assert their dominion, threatening our very survival. Adherence to a pact is meaningless if it means our demise. It comes time for us to take a stand. Seek the wisdom of Arlanola to learn how. Our science chick. So, Anak has abandoned the naive hope that the kobold menace would abate of its own accord. Their numbers have increased manifold as they expand southward. The food shortages... The food shortages spurred by an overpopulation quicken this cycle of aggression. A common beggar would know better than to expect foodstuffs aboard a stagecoach bound for the stead, but the filthy scamps grow desperate. We need only to set the bait, and their hunger will be the undoing. Tell Anak to make the arrangements. Ingenious. We'll trap the hungry kobolds as one would any rodent. And I know just the bait to send. Tell Skarmar to set aside some dodo meat from our next shipment. Set a bit in that blind iron mines and let the little gluttons won't be able to resist. You know, I don't know what I feel about that. Kobolds are greedy, but they're also just hungry. I hand one dead dodo to you and you will kill kobolds to me? A bargain if I ever heard one. Take this over to Kauai south of the mines. She'll know where it goes. We've gotten some good XP out of this. I'll start doing the main quest. I want to make sure I was fully geared. I'm not eating the bird. The kobolds are going to eat the bird. Besides, it's a dead bird already. Good to see the Red Rooster Stead hasn't turned chicken on us. Once you've found a good hiding spot, open the crate of meat nearby. The kobolds will follow their noses, and by the time they see you, it'll be too late. Where? There it is. Where are you? There you are. There we go. All 3 of them are done. They are dead. D-E-D. Dead. There we go. Let's get up here and turn this in. You've done it. I expected no less. I don't know what we'd have done without you, which makes me wonder what we'll do once you're gone. I was hoping you might visit the Drowning Wedge and speak with Balderon. It is no secret the Yellow Jackets pay him heed. Mayhap he'll put in a word so that the stead might procure their protection. Not quite yet. We'll go back to him. When we need to, because we will with the main story quest. We need to go through the mines. And where is it? Middle Lanos, yeah. Okay. We are done in Lower Lanosia. How about that? They say a messenger came through the mines faster than a crow flies from the stead. It is good to see you. I hadn't realized the extent of the kobold menace. Mogram's missive has opened my eyes. Should we fail to bolster our patrols of the Lanosian lowlands now, we stand to lose the regions altogether. I have not forgotten when the kobolds sought to seize the west. 'Twould be best those there know their former nemesis has resurfaced. Though Stalewind no doubt remains vigilant, I would ask you to visit Summerford Farms and remind him that sleeping dogs may not be content to lie. Well, that's where I was headed, so... Part of the reason I waited to go to this is one... Really? So your character does talk, huh? That's just crazy. Oh well.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It was a request. I can't help it. Oh god, thank god those aren't. Those are just hunting log beasts. Yeah, no. Do you not see his level? I am level 10, not level 17. Not even close to level 17. There's a guy over here that I will not try to take on until we're at least in our 50s. Ooh. Well, you better be a good boy. Oh! A new Aetherite. I can now learn teleport. Teleport learned. Rock's in a hard place. You know what? We're gonna avoid that. That's a level 5 quest. Don't need that. On to Summerford. Ah, you must be the adventurer Balderon promised to send along. Ash Fire Mist, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stalewern, the old bastard, as Balderon likely described me. And this here is my humble orchard. and good number of lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. If you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded in the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merlib's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working in the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take a pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train 'em have been wringing their hands in black despair. There's so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. You're not a fox? Osphere's prudence benefits his post. The watchman's always seen threats far over the horizon. Which is all well and good, but the Sahagins swarming at our gates demand my immediate attention before ugly heads haven't reared themselves in recent memory. Still, I know better than to disregard the biddings of the Yellow Jackets. Thalwyn, owner of Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the tasks he has in mind. This is why I wanted to wait until I did some of those other quests. That way I didn't have to buy any equipment. I've in mind to set you a task, Fire Mist, but before I do, I need to make sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the puns here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Equip your head, body, hands, and legs and feet with gear item level of 5 or greater. Guess what? I am! Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh-ho! As long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. They're pirates. Ah, Fire Mist, that aura of confidence tells me you have not been idle since we last met. I hope I've read you right. For I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Of course. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lumensa, as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the field and spying on me yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're kidnappers of some rumor, come for their hides. You sure it wasn't you? Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get 'em to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good lass. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful, though, Fire Mist. I couldn't say for sure what matter of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, all right? I don't believe you, Drake. Oh, I just wanted to talk to you. Once I start... Minions, huh? How many minions do you have? Why is it showing here in the water? I ain't doing that, Fate. No way. Nuh-uh. Not without more people. Tiny? Tiny, you say? I cannot remember how to get to the grotto. Oh, heck no. I know what one that is. There ain't no way. I've done many things. Oh, welcome back. Well, that's cool. Welcome back, Feely. I will. Can't look at it right now. That's monsters. I don't think I recognize this place. I'd ask Fighter, but he'd be like, I don't remember that. Are you talking on Valhalla? Not Valhalla. Valheim? I don't have Valheim. I have too many survival games as it is. Conan and V Rising and if I co-op with you? I suppose. How much is a cheap copy? I would feel really guilty. If your cheap copy is... Yeah, I can co-op with you. What the hell? No way. I love its costume. Oh, we gotta keep the... Ta-da! When's the next time you guys play? Rats, I want to fly. Okay. You'll have to help me because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Wait, is that the entrance to the grotto? Oh, it looks like it. The Song Grotto. There we go. Okie dokie. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even in the game. Okay, see this little blaze? Alright, that's called an instance. We are going into a solo instance battle. If I die, don't be surprised. These can get quite hard. And I have cried many times doing these. Don't be surprised. Oh, I'm going to be instanced down to level 9. Yay.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone.
Oh, hello.
Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves,
Sorry, I just realized I had my sound up.
and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea.
Ah, okay.
You are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark.
Oh shit.
Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Okay. Oh, God, yeah. We're gonna let you continue to attack until right before. course you would send bogeys my way. Holy crap! Ah! I did not die, thank you very much. I had help.
Phew.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. And shine thy light on all creation.
Yeah, well.
Awake again, are we?
Yeah, I don't have auto turned on.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Yes, they do speak. Important cutscenes are voiced. Usually main storyline. Put it to you this way. Fire Mist, right glad I am to see you safely returned. My labs were all gabbing about hearing what it sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of the creature you slew at the cave, huh? I agree such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates come to lure any of my farm hands back to a life of plunder. Chances are, they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep, and set a maddened gublu on you. Well, considering they say your name a lot... No. I think that's part of it. The parents had been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be guard against their schemes. Yes. They have some weird ones. You met someone else at the grotto? A woman with a strange contraption? Ah, Yistola. She's been in Salominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I'll grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word on that. Where trust should be lacking is in these yeomen from mine, who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Fire Mist. If it weren't for the efforts of the stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa to the brighter future she deserves. Oceans! You haven't seen some of the crazy names I've seen. That sea sloth Severin and his lot, never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done. But then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stalrin would like a word. And don't take no for an answer. There's one. I knew there was one outside the gates. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess what I had for breakfast. Ash tuna? What? Gods, how did you know? It's my breath, ain't it? It probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject a summons from the captain. No, potato chips are not healthy. I am like dying because I wanna fly. Work? Huh. Can't work when me hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager me last gill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Stalrin's chores if it'll afford me a taste of old proper grog. You can't be bothered to make toast? That's pretty bad. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Skirmishing. You bet your bosom, but I did last. Hey, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. I didn't say you weren't. So, Staleorn sent you? And what do you reckon I say to that? I see saucier seeds to sow. Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners. But I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. Severin. You poor baby, I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Severin. You the old man's errand girl now? Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rolled in on and ride on out. Hi, Birdie! You know I'm on YouTube now. Thank you for supporting me on Twitch. It's no fault of yours, he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you, Deese, on YouTube. Selwyn worries that his sack of oranges will not reach the Lothangren checkpoint as planned. Pains me to say, but all the gil in this world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once, I've heard of tell of improper trading with goblins. Blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't be the least surprised if it were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Fire Mist. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot. So be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. I am back on YouTube. I am so thrilled. Hey, Birdie, do I have you on, moderator on YouTube? Can't tell from here. Yes, I do. You jerk. looking through OBS and it doesn't tell me. And Drake, if you're looking for a dual stream thing, I can help you with that later. Since it's apparently working for me. It's not that complicated. Takes a little more work, but as you can tell, it's working. Ooh, is that a fate? That's a fate! Oh, not sinking. Bloody hells, I'm up the strait without a paddle. What's this now? Stalewind sent you for the oranges? Huh, so the old bugger had known all this time. What does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Oh, yeah, I can help you with that too if you want. Oh, whoever helped me, thank you. Oops. You know, it'd help if I said it. Severin sent you? The way he flew out of here, I was sure he sold us down the river. Oh, wow. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. That sounds about like me. I take that many normally. I feel sorry for her. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. You saved me mates, and for that, I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I have no qualms about going back on me word. I'm only giving you this sack 'cause I like cut of your jib. Take it to Osine and give him my regards. Hey, Oka! I saw you streaming the, last night? Really? That's what you were saying. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms, and it's scheduled? There's a first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Staleworm's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Oh, really? I cannot wait. I hope you've got pictures in Discord. What are you making next time? Oh, is the base limit across, just in, like, Elucid or in... Or is it across all galaxies? Or all systems, or whatever. I always get my terms mixed up. Forgive me. I've always been curious about that. You should really follow Oka, because they are they are really amazing with their, save file. Back in one piece. That's a relief. How did you fare, Fire Mist? We'll see about how addictive Valheim is. Conan was addictive for a while. This is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright. Though, I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even overlooking the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor to those gods-forsaken goblins. You do well to mind yourself around that two-gill cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Absolutely hate this piece of armor. What? No. Yeah, because I bet you with the, even with the headpiece, it's better. Dun, dun, dun. I can only imagine why. It's gotten better, too. actually really love Conan. Here. Gurkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. Blast! At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. Only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. You know, I don't use mods for Conan, believe it or not. Depends on the mods. Conan is mod friendly. I bet Rotwila knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard? Which one do you play? The regular one? Yeah, I imagine. Which one do you like better, Conan or the Isle of Septa? The Gurgan's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare to pinch some from the cookpot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the aurochs that dwell there. Once you got 3 bushels worth, take the black loam at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. Ah, okay. I've played both, but I'm still rather partial to the regular one. The newer one's prettier, but I don't know. I like the first one. I really don't want to go in there. I mean, I need to kill you, but... Yay, I got entry complete. They give good experience. The hunting log, a great experience for turning that in. Well, you don't turn it in, just doing it. Please, the fate don't show up. Please don't let the fate show up. Going to be painful. Okay, my carbuncle is here. Hey, Birdie. Drake asked if you've played Lords and Villains yet. Wasn't sure if you were still on YouTube or Twitch. No problem, that's why I said something. Complicated. It's simple games that give you problems. Even weeds dither and wither and die in this desolate dirt. But a bit of this black loam ought to change it at all. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam is not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Oh, and don't tell me that Gergen and Rotwida neglected to mention where black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Aurochs' lair, of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. And if that wasn't clear enough, it's shit. He needs stolen farm tools recovered. Okay. Confounded pirates. They know nothing of tillin', only killin'. Stealing our shovels to melt and forge into axes of all things. They bite in the hand that feeds them, the mangry mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself if I hadn't formed a stale worm that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. crush my enemies. Oh, really? I get gifted subs for streamers I haven't watched in some time, and I'm like, oh, well, thank you, I guess. Ah, good to see the tools back. And in serviceable condition. Which will be more than what we can say for Severn when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. I couldn't care less if the wastrel won't work, but when he consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Stalewin ought to know what sort of scalewag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? Why did I do that? Oh, look. The kitty cat ninja's logged in.
This
It's a bucket.
Dear God. There's more. No. It
Contains
contains
a
Index controller.
Dear God. Pirates making off with our tools. He did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severn can think he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. I am level 13. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lass, and you've never once let me down. Yet what I'll ask for you goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? It eases my mind to have your ear. You've no doubt familiar with that scoundrel Sovereign by now. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in a manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence. Something tells me that this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when I last had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring him to cut him loose. I suppose because he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I try asking Grinwida at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. I failed. I didn't fail. When I'm reading, I have no choice. Baby Thug. That's quite the character name. Not as bad as I've seen it, but that's quite the character name. Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky Saw had said that I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure and give them a cuff round the ear from me, will you? Right now, I am using the keyboard. I can't use a helmet with Viera. Oh, that reminds me. See, I do not have helmet hidden. See? Hate that outfit. Oh, and I redid my glamour for my main. I changed her. She looks better, in my opinion. Uh-oh. What's going on? Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deed that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out to drink, only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Of course, I learned to stay a step ahead of old Slytherin, so I was ready. But others weren't so lucky. You gotta help them. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No, that's not stream friendly. Sorry, dear. The armor, okay, but no, actually the armor wouldn't be stream friendly. Oh yeah, it would. But I might die. How about I use it with my left hand? Oh shit. I'm a caster. Can I at least heal myself with magic? Oh, come on! I don't want to die! If I have any potions. I do. Jeez. I am so going to die by the end of this. Ah. Probably. My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot use just the book in an instance like that. I will die multiple times, over and over again. Is it okay that I pause it to do the instance? God, I hate you. Sometimes I hate you guys. Severin might have gotten us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that connivance bastard debt. To arms! True knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. Ugh. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provide us with suitable replacement. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they that betray the serpent reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Not yet, I can't. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul so that it may wake to life. Shit. As long as I don't have anybody else to protect, we're good. believe I'm healing faster than I'm doing damage. Let me make sure. Where's the time limit? Okay. Because there is a time limit on this. But yeah, no, I can't class change until I do the quest. And I haven't gotten the quest yet. You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? I just dodged it. I'm using the book! That's all I'm using! Can't believe I am beating him to death with a book. Ch. Yeah, I know. It was Dark Lord. It was Zelric. I hope somebody's clipping this. Or at least clip the end of this. Because I can make a clip into a YouTube short. Yeah, okay. Then hush up. Because you can turn a Twitch clip into a short. It's easier. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. Thanks. That the golem could be vanquished by hitting it with a book. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. The snake slithered away. I am only glad that he did not have a chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Yay! Those pirates do not belong to any known Lomencian factions. Whom then do they serve? Beast tribes? Surely not. The timing of their appearance coincides too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagan and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. Question is, what? I'll find out. If need be, I'll go back. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? Well, help us if it should prove to be so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at day. Let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs to find evidence. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It's as Lewis foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time may be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlian ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see ether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlian seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today, the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow. But whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto, perhaps? What have we here? Can you walk? 'Tis I. Regrettably, no. He eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account sheds some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing. So arcane are its workings. I love you, Zelric. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagan. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Stalrin will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him for your preservation. But I am certain he will want to thank you in person. Please pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My chance is Yastola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I owed you my life, but that doesn't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhaps we'll have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. I love Yastola. She's so pretty. Is it Foxy time? Until our paths next cross. Farewell. Oh, that's cool. I love free emotes. Turn this in. Here's Severin. Oh, I knew you'd return. Yastola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The ref came shuffling back too, a lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for them. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sahagin? 7 hells! Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishbacks flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for the laws, but there's things we won't do. We got a code, see, but the Reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Lomensians. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home. Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death. But the Reavers offered me a way out, my freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk how you stood up to the Reavers at the last. of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that. I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you here at Summerfield Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt. Yep. Finish this up. I owe you a debt too. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Balderon what happened from start to finish. I'd be certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, lass. Ethernet. I think it's the aft castle. Yeah, aft castle. I was right. I was right. I don't know this city as well as I know Gridania and Ulda. I have to look at a map. Let's do the bait and swat first. Might as well turn it in. So the steads in over their heads with the kobolds, are they? 'Twas wishful thinking to believe the mine rats would stay put in O'Gormo. Any barkeep can tell ye as rodents are wont to spread. This wave just comes sooner than reckoned. The pact was a farce. No handshake ever dissolved a blood feud. We just needed to lick our wounds a while, 'tis all. Well, I suppose they're all eeled up. Even the maelstrom's taken note of how the rascals run rampant. You can be sure they're ordering crystals to summon Titan. And God's help us if they do. Limsa'll look back on these petty thefts and skirmishes as the good old times when that day comes, I tell ye. And there won't be a company of heroes round to answer our prayers this time neither. Well, an ounce of prevention's worth a pawn's a cure. I'll talk to the Yellow Jackets and see if they can't slow the kobolds' advance on the stead. Phone ring. I should've. That would have made sense, but I didn't think about it. I'd always get a name change. Bloody elves. Life on the farm ain't how I pictured it. But ye needn't worry yourself about young Severin. The Yellow Jacket has hands out the punishments as a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from Angen to Keelholland. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only jesting with ye. I'll see he's treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stalewin asked ye and more. Just to find me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lass. As a reward, well, she's the lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How do you fancy keeping her company for a spell? With free room and board. That's No kidding, I do have smooth brain. Oh, she's live? Okie dokie. I have about 20 more minutes and then I'll raid her. Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There will always be a free bed for ye, so make use of it. Inn rooms are wonderful. Not that you'll have much time for lying around, what with all the levies you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for levies. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk'll pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give Tokamuri a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for ye to do. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side near. Unlike some pirates I can mention. I tell you, if it turns out they had aught to do with them kidnapping, there'd be 7 L's to pay. A proper bleedin' reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes ye have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Yeah. Recommendations list, yeah. I don't use that recommendations list. I don't. I'm not going to do that. Do this though. When does that start? Alright. New adventure. I just want to do your quests. You know that. The smith often has quests you can do, and apparently I can't do them yet. Must be 15. They give you some awesome items. Okie dokie. Love you. Have fun. Bye, birdie. Well, we're actually at a good stopping point, so I guess I'll go ahead and end it here. Birdie not cause mischief? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will. I have to look at the price on it. Yeah. Alright, for those of you on Twitch, we're gonna go ahead and raid Akalia Sapphire. I hope everybody had fun today. Love you guys, and I will see you guys Friday. Hope y'all had fun. Okie dokie. On those of you on YouTube, I hope y'all had a great day. I've had fun, and I will see you guys again on Friday. And lots of love.